Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hey, everybody.
Happy Sunday,
Yeah.
everyone. Welcome to Gen Con week, too, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
which really wasn't going to be a big deal to us until a couple weeks ago when, oh, yeah, hey, I guess I'm going. So, yay. Cool. All right. So, there's that. So, before we get into the weekly look ahead, everything, I figure I would remind everybody what's going to be going on with Heavy Cardboard regarding just while at Gen Con. Our home base is going to be booth 1558. That's going to be the Capstone Games booth. I am not going to be there all the time. I will probably tweet out what hours I'm going to be at the booth each day. You can come. Well, we have 63 t-shirts. Check that, 61 t-shirts. 2 got damaged during printing. 61 t-shirts in all 4 colors from medium to 3X. So if you want a t-shirt, $25, stop by the booth. We'll hook you up. And in addition to that, I will have some unknown number of Lisboa Heavy Cardboard promos. So buy a t-shirt, get a promo. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So if that's something that you guys want to do, awesome. We appreciate that. Let's see what else. Friday at 7 p.m., we're going to have a very informal, hey, why don't you come eat with us and come hang out with your fellow elephants. That's going to be at the Indianapolis City Market. It's about 3/4 of a mile away from the ICC. On that note, Hall J, which is one of the halls, I guess, that the vendor hall is, it closes at 6:15. We're going to meet just to the east side of that on Capitol Street. We're going to meet there about 6:15 and then walk over as a herd to go have dinner and hang out and chill out. So if that's something you want to do, come join us. That'd be cool. Because it was very late notice that we found out / decided I was going to go to Gen Con. No giveaways, no nothing like that. Just come to dinner, come hang out because you want to. The end. Cool. Other than that, going to be playing some games during the weekend or during the week and checking out new games. So that's about it. Cool. All right. So, okay. So let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room, which is Forbidden Stars. The good news, bad news. So for the overwhelming majority of folks said wait till Dan's available.
Yes.
Dan's in Dan gets back from California today. He's been gone for a week. So what does that mean? Well, I leave for Gen Con on Tuesday, and we're going to host Uli from Spielworks Monday and Tuesday here at the house until he flies out on Wednesday. So in other words, ain't happening pre-Gen Con. I'm following what everybody said as far as wait till Dan's available, so it should be post-Gen Con.
Yes.
We will announce it on a weekly look ahead, so you guys have plenty of notice on that. All right?
Yeah.
Cool? All right. Good deal. Yes, blame Dan. I'm on board with that. That way
Sounds
it's not
good.
blame me.
Sounds
yeah,
good to me.
right?
And Sean does want to know, how can we get those Lisboa promos if we're not going to a convention?
We don't know because we don't know how many Lisboa promos we're going to get total. We're only going to get a certain small amount for Gen Con at Gen Con, and then because of the fire that Eagle Griffin had, or they didn't have, but in the warehouse where all the European ones, there were promos in that as well. So
that sucks so bad.
yeah, so they have to reprint them. So I will have that answer post Gen Con, and once we know how we're going to distribute them, I assure you, you guys will be the second ones to know behind our patrons.
Yes.
And that's it. Okay, so hopefully that answers those questions. So without further ado, let's go into the weekly look currently and then ahead, because
Yes.
we start with Sunday, which is today the 13th, which, hey, it's the weekly look ahead, the end. That's it. So both on the podcast and the YouTube channel. Tomorrow, there is going to be something that is not listed on the graphic for those watching live on YouTube. First and foremost is Conversations with Heavy Cardboard.
The Ian O'Toole interview, which was, in most people's opinion, including mine, by far the best conversations that has been done to date.
I don't know about by far. I thought it was really cool for sure. From my standpoint, it was cool just to listen, right?
But yeah, so everybody that missed it live on YouTube and haven't watched it since, you can get it on the podcast feed on Monday morning.
Awesome. So that the podcast listeners don't feel neglected. We
Yes.
tend to do these on Wednesdays the week prior and then release them on the podcast on Mondays.
Yeah.
So we're staying consistent with that. Something that is not listed on here and is going to be we're not sure of the time yet because of when Uli's flying in and everything else. I'm cooking barbecue for him because I don't know how much barbecue there is over in Germany, at least not with my barbecue sauce.
Definitely not with that.
So yeah, I got to figure out my schedule for tomorrow. That said, I am going to talk about I guess my anticipation list for Gen Con specific. Folks have been asking about that, so I will live stream that on YouTube, and then we will turn around and release it for the podcast as well on Monday. So this way, you guys, if for those that care what I care about, then there it is.
Well, just subscribe to YouTube and hit the little notification bell so that you'll be notified as soon as he goes live with that.
And if you're on the podcast, just be patient and look for it Monday. Cool. Easy enough after Amanda gets back from work. All right. So on Tuesday, this one I am really excited about. Really, really excited about. So Gentis, which is one of the major releases coming out from Spielworks this year, is Stefan Riesthaus's big game follow-up, I think is a good way. Because he's put out Visby. He's put out some other small games. But this is the first big game following up Arkwright. I do know that it is smaller and lighter than Arkwright. That is not to diminish what this game is going to be. It's just don't expect it to be Arkwright. We have not seen it. We have not played it. We don't have a copy. However, because the publisher is coming by, he's going to teach it.
Yes.
And he is going to be on the live stream. So look for that sometime, probably early afternoon on Tuesday, Mountain Daylight Time. So you're thinking, we're talking somewhere noon to 2, maybe. So that's going to be 1800 to 2000 UTC. So we're going to try and make it available to as many people as possible that are curious about that. Plus, it's not often we have somebody come stay here in Denver because we don't have, outside of Comic-Con, we don't have any major conventions outside of, obviously, well, HeavyCon, but definitely not a major convention. It is to us, but you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, looking forward to that. So look for that on Tuesday. Really, really, really excited about that.
It'll be awesome.
Then on Wednesday, ma'am,
we are releasing the episode 69, Nina and Pinta. That was Ash, Matt, and Edward reviewing that because I actually never played the game because it was the game of the month during a month that I played Maria. So they played that. They all three played that. This is their review just on YouTube, and it was originally released on the podcast feed back in March, but we're putting it up on YouTube.
So far, those are actually getting some views.
Yeah,
not a ton, but yeah, people seem to be enjoying them. The one thing that people are barking at us about is time tags, which I'll be honest, we haven't done on the podcast for YouTube. So I will try and address that.
There was one person specifically asked for it for, I can't remember what game it was, but I just went to the website and copied the timestamps and threw it in the description.
There you go. All right. So that's Wednesday. Then on Thursday, this begins the daily diaries. So those seem to be really, really popular from WBC. So, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm going to be doing daily diaries for every day starting on Wednesday. So Wednesday is the day before Gen Con, but it's also the day I arrive. I arrive about 4:30 in the morning to Indy, and I'm going to just make notes throughout the entire day so I don't forget stuff, because God knows my life revolves around lists because I have the memory of a goldfish at times. So I'm going to record those on Wednesday, upload them so Amanda can have them. She'll edit them and release them on Tuesday. And it looks like you're going to do them both on YouTube and the podcast. Yeah. Okay, cool. That works out. in addition to that,
We have episode 82 releasing on the podcast feed on Thursday, which will be our summer briefing. So we're going to go over what we've been playing, what we've been doing over the summer, and as well as all of the games that we've acquired over the summer.
maybe not all, but the majority. Let's put it that way, because we may
bunch.
forget. Right? Yeah. Not only that, but we're also going to touch on our first take on the game that you see over my right shoulder, which is Feudum. And we're also going to do a first impression on what we hope to be next week's
Right.
featured review, which is Vasco da Gama, the very infamous game from What's Your Game in Rio Grande. So
Yes.
looking forward to that. So yeah, if those games interest you, then definitely check that out. We're going to do like kind of mini trailer first looks
Yeah.
in that episode.
That'll be fun.
Cool. All right. So that is Thursday. Then on Friday, we're looking at, hey, Daily Diaries. Oops. I hit the wrong button, didn't I?
No?
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh,
Good.
on Friday. There we go. Go ahead.
Friday's going to be the Daily Diary day 1, which will be the first day of Gen Con. That'll be on YouTube and the podcast feed. And then also releasing on the YouTube feed as episode 82 with the summer briefing that was released the day before on podcast.
All right, cool. Then basically the rest of the week, it's all Daily Diary stuff.
Yep.
For the most part. So Saturday, everything, all the Daily Diaries are going to be one day delayed
Yeah.
because I have to record them at the end of the day, upload them, then the next day Amanda's got to
Exactly.
edit it. So that's why day 0 shows up on the
Thursday,
actual
yeah.
first day of Gen Con, et cetera, et cetera. Also, I am leaving crack of dawn on Sunday, so there's only going to be day 0, 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then, though, since we have Uli here at the house,
Yes.
that's going to be our next conversations with Heavy Cardboard.
It just won't be over Skype this time.
Right, which means no lag.
Yes.
I'm really, really looking forward to picking his brain honestly, a whole bunch of stuff from the publishing perspective, especially with his model of we publish 1,000 games, et cetera, and really the stuff that I touched on with him at Essen last year in that little small convention interview is kind of what they're more single bites as
Yeah.
opposed to a whole
For like
meal.
10 minutes, yeah.
Right. And so I just basically want to go further in depth on that. Plus, what's the gaming scene like over in Germany and, et cetera, and just kind of really delve deep
Yeah,
like
it's going to be interesting.
what we've been doing on Conversations with Heavy Cardboard. So, yeah, cool.
Oh, yeah.
So that is on Saturday. Look for that interview on YouTube, and then it'll, I guess, show up later. Probably
Yeah,
probably
I haven't-
Monday.
Yeah, probably Monday. I haven't decided quite yet, but
Okay.
probably Monday because that's usually when we drop them.
So that's Saturday, Gen Con Day 2, Daily Diary, and the Uli Blenneman interview. Then on Sunday, it's going to be the weekly look ahead again. And that's it. That's all we got for this week. Now, I know that's lighter than what we normally do. There is going to be one live stream of Gentis on Tuesday.
Right.
So we're not completely negating that. However, I'm not here.
Yeah,
I'm
there's-
gone. So if you guys are interested in the coverage of Gen Con from the heavy gamer's perspective, honestly, the easiest way to really follow things from my point of view is subscribe to us on Twitter.
Yeah.
Or even if you don't want to subscribe, if you don't use Twitter, open up twitter.com, go to find Heavy Cardboard, and then just look. And
Yeah.
if you want me, because I take pictures of what's being played, I take pictures of what all, it just,
He just takes pictures the whole time, just about.
yeah,
And
and
the
I
feed's
really
always
enjoy
really
that.
good.
Yeah, so
Mentions.
if that's something that interests you, and for those of you that are doing Gen Can't, here's your chance to be a part of Gen Con, but again, from the heavy gamer's perspective. So hopefully that's something you guys enjoy, because I enjoy doing it, and same with the Daily Diaries. I'm probably going to be pretty tired, and I'm sure I'm going to sound like a horse
Probably.
by the end of day 3, but
Yep.
it'll be worth it. So that's all we got. I'm sure you guys are going to be inundated with news and all kinds of stuff this week, whether it's from us or a million different
yeah.
outlets, because it's Gen Con.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, all right, time to get some rest to get ready for this. I'm looking forward to. Also, if you are coming to Gen Con and you're going to be looking for me, I'm 6'2", only 220 now, 215-ish. I'm going to be wearing this hat, which is this fedora. It's not for any other reason than I'm going to be able to pin my press badge onto it, so I don't have to wear a badge holder.
Right.
So this is why I'm wearing this, so you guys can know
Get
what
used
to
to it,
expect.
yes.
There you go. Cool. All right. You got anything else?
I don't think so.
All right, cool. Then look for me tomorrow live on YouTube for the Gen Con preview, which I don't think is going to be too terribly long, to be honest. But hopefully, maybe we can do an impromptu Ask the Elephant with it, and we'll go from there. Other than that, we will catch y'all on Tuesday live with Uli Blenneman from Spielworks and Gentis. So until then, later, y'all. Bye.